Hey guys, you know what time it is? Life Reels.
Life reels, life reels, life reels, life reels.
Yeah, it's Life Reels with Julie and Pete. Bold conversations, authentic invitation. Truth, head, culture so proper. Unveiling life's essence, authentic and bold.
Life reels, life reels, life reels, life reels.
Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's new episode of Life Reels. Thank you to every one of you who was part of the previous episode.
It did so well. People were so excited to have us back, and
Yeah.
we just loved the feedback, you guys, the engagement. It's really exciting to be back.
Yeah, so we're back here today and we want to talk about something exciting and just share a few thoughts about something. There's some topics you can't exhaust. Like there's a lot to share about it. There's so much to unpack.
Yeah.
So babe, you wanna tell us what we'll be looking at today?
Yeah, and I think because the world keeps evolving, and I think in the social media age, we are changing every day. So that's why this topic, we can never really exhaust it. And because we've been talking about the upgraded life, we've been talking about a strong start. We want to talk about relationships. And, you guys have just met. And what are the questions you want answered in that season of life that would set you up for a strong relationship that eventually, if you want it, to lead to marriage and a happy marriage. So today we'll be tackling just what to look out for a strong start in a dating kind of relationship.
That's good. I like it. I'm ready. I'm excited. And maybe let me share a bit of my story. Not related to the topic, but will make sense.
Sure.
So I don't know how many of you in Nairobi, when you finish high school, back then you were told to, go to driving school, learn how to drive.
Computer packages,
ICDL, International Computer Driving License. If you still have that driving license, was it called a driving license?
But it wasn't. Was it a driving license? I don't even know.
Yeah. So anyway, so you're told, you have to go to driving school. So I remember I went to this driving school, and it'll make sense as we continue. So someone decided to advise us that I should drive a lorry. Okay.
Yeah. Like those big trucks.
So I don't know how many of you, your folks made you drive a lorry. So I went to this driving school. I won't mention which driving school.
Yes, that's nice.
And my start into driving was to drive a lorry. And everyone thought that if you become good at driving this lorry, there's no car you can't drive.
Yeah.
There's no... I'm like...
I don't want to do this.
I don't like lorries.
And then you look at your future, you're like, when will I ever
ever be in a lorry? I'm not in the logistic business.
No.
I'm not buying a lorry anytime soon.
Construction.
I'm not in construction. I'm not driving. So anyway, peer pressure, ended up getting the lorry.
And it's a manual car.
It's a manual and it's this big thing. And then the problem was the instructor who was assigned to me overlooked a lot of things. Okay? So what was meant to be foundational for me in terms of getting the right skills, the instructor did not help me out at all.
Yeah.
So he was money hungry. We were many of us, So after we were done, I think it was 8 weeks or something like that. I remember now going to do the test, and now my dad decided to give me his car and told me, you've gone to driving school. I'm sure you're good to go now. Here is a car, drive. I could not move the car.
Why? Was it because it was...
Because what I thought had happened was I thought I was taught well.
Bro, so you didn't shika anything?
Not even shika. Me, I was doing my own things, thinking I was doing the right thing.
And this is after driving school?
Paid for it, gone through the driving school, passed my CGE assessment with the cop, only to discover that
You know nothing.
I was not taught the right thing. Okay?
You are taught to drive a lorry, but now here you have an
A normal
automatic car.
Yeah, a normal car. No, it was a manual car.
Oh, it was
You
manual,
know?
okay.
So I'm sharing that story to say, even in this conversation we're having today, that driving schools are all over the city and the country. But it's important that you get the right preparation.
Yeah.
You get the right tools. You get the right exposure. You might get out of this thinking, I got this, to realize
You don't got
life
this.
will show you. Life shows you in a rude way,
Yeah.
you don't have it.
You don't have it.
So we're hoping today we'll be good instructors,
Well,
just to help
yeah.
you navigate these initial stages of this, so that when this thing happens, you are better placed to, you know what to do. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
That's what I wanted to maybe just throw in there, because I struggled. I was like, man, I paid for it. I was not taught well. Then this instructor kept asking me for more money. He wanted me to bribe him so that he teaches me well, and he didn't care.
So how did you learn?
I had to learn the hard way now. I had to just, now it
in
was
the car.
self-taught.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get things moving. So we don't want anyone watching to
Yeah.
be self-taught on some of these things.
No.
The reason why we've gone through some of the things we've gone through is so that we can offer a helping hand. We've been talking about a strong start.
Yes.
And we're hoping that even in today's conversation, we can help you grab a few things.
So the best thing about us being a duo, a couple, is that Pete will give us the man's perspective, and I'll share, to the best of my ability, a female perspective. So you're in this season, you've met this person, you're interested in, they've initiated the first meeting or a date, and you're in that season now where you're starting to date. And what are some of the things now that you need to look out for, to ask, to prepare, for you to know, are you ready even for a relationship? Because I think self-awareness in this journey is the most important thing. You need to have even just the basic idea of who are you, first of all, as a person, before you start involving someone else's child in this whole dynamic. So first of all, the first thing to tick out of the box is, who am I? What are my values? What are the places for sure I cannot compromise on?
Yeah.
What are the things that I stand for? What are the things I want? What do I feel I deserve in this relationship? So once you just have locked that down, I think you're good to go. Now you're able not to accommodate another person. But I feel like a lot of women are the ones who are always like that. I know who I am. Me, I'm a baby girl. Me, I like to be treated well. Do men go through that? Like, are guys ever like, yeah, me, I'm a man. I have a few notes in my pocket, in my wallet. Do guys go through that before a relationship? Or they just love and pursue?
Yeah, I don't think they really go deep the way you go deep. Yeah. I think there's a way, based on past history experiences as a woman, there are things that come naturally to you. It's the relational part of you, it's the emotional part of you, it's the sentimental part of you. So sometimes to the guy, it's a decision. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a decision that I want to try this out. I want to give it a shot.
I like her.
I like her, And I'm just talking about where this all starts.
Yeah.
I like her. I like the vibe. I like the energy we have. I like what I'm seeing,
Yeah.
And kicks it off from there.
Yeah.
And tries to, so the guy tries to do what guys normally do. Traditionally, of course, it's to ask the lady out. It's to, be the man, do the hard part, open the door, pay the bills, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what usually happens a lot in the brain of a dude, as he steps into that space. So very little to do with have I sorted my history? Have I, am I
Yeah.
traumatized? Did I go through trauma?
Do I need to heal?
Do I need to go for therapy first? No. It's hardly. Very few
men,
people take
yeah.
that direction.
Yeah.
I think a lot of men who get to that place where they feel they're ready, they feel they're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I think, yeah, when a man wants something, they go for it. I don't know why, as women, sometimes we struggle with that. Even in other things, like you want a car, but before you accept that you are deserving of a car, you'll have to look at so many factors. Are my siblings comfortable? Are my parents comfortable? Do I have enough savings? Like we think about so many factors before we feel like we're deserving of something. Yet for you guys, it's just, I like this woman, let me pursue her. So from the onset, do you think that women are to be pursued? Because now there's this whole thing of, I'm going to pursue a man. He looks like he's not seeing. He looks like he's a bit confused. What's your opinion on that? Like, should I hit on a guy?
I think it's an interesting.
What would you have done if I hitted on you first?
If you hit on me,
Yeah, like when you started dating, and I would just be like, you know what, I like you.
I think it depends on person to person. Yeah. So generally,
Yeah,
we tell the men to pursue.
please. Yeah.
By the way, it's actually good for you as a man to pursue. It's good for.
Why is it good for them to
It's
pursue?
good for you to pursue because it instills you instill the ability to go after something that is good.
And that's so attractive, you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
It could be a relationship, it could be a business, it could be a deal, it could be whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right. So I think as a necessary skill for men, the pursuit is important.
Okay.
So you don't disqualify it saying, even them they need to pursue. I think for you as a guy, it's important that you start making yourself okay with the idea of going after.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
It's necessary. Now,
Yeah.
will you have moments when in a relationship, the lady seems to be going after a bit more than the guy? Yes.
Like not after you're in a relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
It will happen. Now, whether it's a deal breaker or not is based on that relationship.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I know some guys who don't mind. All right? They're ladies, being strong on some areas.
Yeah.
They
Closing
don't mind.
deals.
They don't mind. Okay. Will we be accurate to say that all guys don't mind? No. There are some who mind.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I'm going to
the
take care of
man.
you. I'm the man. I'm going to do all these things. So I think it also, you need to, it's like tuning your relationship,
Yeah.
It's like the way you can take a radio and tune and you know where the frequency is clear.
Yeah.
So your relationship might be tuned at a different frequency than someone else's relationship. So you need to figure out where that frequency is for the two of you,
Yeah.
and make what the two of you have discovered work.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. This whole thing for women hitting, pursuing men, proposing to men, I honestly am not for it. I think it's just one of those things I think maybe from my upbringing, traditional setup, my faith, I don't know. I feel like women, we are so beautiful. Like we are so, we just need to sit pretty and they'll come, right? But this is me speaking from where I stand. So I am not sure I would want to know the mind behind someone, a lady who's had to hit on a guy and take him for dates and pay for dates and propose. I'd really want to know the mind behind that kind of thinking because I feel like it's not. it's not supposed to be happening.
I think it could be, and this is why now the part of, I know I said, man, therapy is not a, it should not be, is not a part of, but I think it should be.
Yeah.
I think getting to a place where you go back and ask yourself,
Why do I behave?
why do I behave the way I
Yeah,
behave?
yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
You buy a car today, you'll want to know the history of the car. All right? You'll want to know who was handling it before. You want to know where do you get, which mechanic handles it. You want to know you want to know many things about the car.
Yeah.
I think it should be the same in a relationship, and you're kicking something off.
Yeah.
I think a woman who's after could be because that's how they've been in their life.
Yeah.
So let me give you a scenario. If you come from a family where, as a woman, you're used to everything being made available, all right? In your mind,
Yeah.
you'll be okay with being pursued.
Yeah.
If you come from a family where, as a woman, maybe
You fight.
you became an orphan, all right? You are the big sister. Your parents passed away.
Yeah.
You have 2 smaller siblings.
Yeah.
There's probably an age difference of like 10 or 15 years, and you're the one. Chances are you learn how to fight through life because there's no one to give anything to you. There's no one to pursue you and tell you no. You roll your sleeves,
Yeah.
go look for money, help your younger siblings
Yeah.
get educated, go to work, come at home, prepare the meals.
Yeah.
When power goes off,
Yeah.
figure out where the power will come from,
Yeah.
For such a woman,
Oh, you will pursue.
now in the future, when someone comes and the man will be like, why are you so independent? It's because of such, could be because of such things, all right? If the woman has been used to a big chunk of their childhood or growing up or formative stages to being independent, then in a relationship, they will have independence. What do you call it? They'll come out as being independent.
Yeah.
But if you meet a woman who studied their family, they love their dad, they love their mom, they're happy home at home,
They're
them
stable.
they're like me, whatever
Yeah.
I asked my dad gave me, that one is the one for being pursued. So you need to figure out
Oh my.
who you're with,
Yeah.
and so checking each other's life history is very important.
That's so deep. I like that angle you've taken. That, yeah, like we need to study why am I like this? Why do I feel the need to do this action? So there's an importance, like I said, self-evaluate, self-reflect, look inside, even as you start this whole process of starting a relationship. Are independent women attractive?
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. I think yeah, different men have different tastes. But
Yep.
yeah, I think just a woman who's got her things together.
Let me speak to the guys. By the way, don't cancel completely at your woman is independent. Me, I think she will. Please, don't cancel it.
Yeah.
Because the flip side of that
Yeah.
is having someone who's
Extremely dependent.
overly dependent on you that you can't. Yani,
Even sneeze.
let me tell you. All right.
Oh my God, yeah.
So if you're a guy and you notice that your lady is a bit independent, welcome it.
Yeah.
All right. Discuss about it. Of course, if there are areas where you're feeling here, maybe I need to step in a bit more strongly, then you do it. But that there's a part of independence that is healthy.
Yes.
Being remember, you're you, she's her.
Yeah.
Hopefully you had a life, she had a life. So there's a part of independence which is needed in a relationship.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think this is what I'll tell also my fellow ladies. Like, be with a person who chooses you every day. When you find yourself really having to pursue this person, in the future, you'll be fighting, you'll be struggling for affection. You'll have to look for it. You'll have to pursue time spent together. You'll have to beg for assistance from, But if someone always chooses you from day one, they pursued you, they sought you out, they came, saw your parents, they came, walked down the aisle for you, proposed to you, they've constantly shown that they've chosen you. It will not be a struggle even in marriage. They'll almost always put your needs first. But I feel like in the situation where you're the one who's pursued a man, you kinda will have to pursue him with everything. Literally, you want a date night, you'll have to work so hard for that. You'll have to work so hard for your bouquet of flowers. So for me, from where I sit and from the wisdom I've gathered over the years, is choose a man who chooses you every day and not just when he's in the mood. Because I know of men who want you when they're in the mood. I know of people who receive phone calls and they're like, Nico, I'm here and I've missed you. They've missed you because you're in a certain location. But once they're out of that location, they stop missing you. So ladies, do yourself that favor. Choose someone who chooses you every single day. You'll save yourself a lot of tears.
Yeah, and don't fall into the trap of, I'm not the texting type.
Yeah.
I'm not the calling type.
Those men who tell you such things.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, me, I'm quiet. Me,
They text.
I like my time.
They text. They text. Trust me, they text.
Oh, they text.
Calling, they call.
They call.
They call.
If they want to call, they'll call.
So yeah, don't fall for, I'm not the texting type, or,
Yeah.
my phone is on D&D, do not disturb,
Yeah.
from 7 p.m. to CG 5 a.m. Don't fall for those things.
Do not listen, women. Be woke.
Don't
Do
fall
not
for
fall
those
for,
things.
and you're hearing that from a man.
Yeah, don't.
Because the guys will tell you, me, I'm not a road trip kind of person.
Yeah.
I'm not. If they're into you,
Or if they're into you, there will be all that and more.
like I remember our dating lives. There's a time we used to talk. Safaricom had introduced. Safaricom is a network provider, one of the biggest here in Kenya, and they had given us like something like every night it was free. I think from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. There was something like that around that time, and that's the time we used to talk on call. And I remember my mom waking up at 5 a.m. and finding me still in the living room, and she would look at me like, "Are you crazy?" So if they wanna talk, they will talk.
They will.
They will.
They will.
So don't settle for just someone who gives you two good night, and they can't even write the whole word good night. They write GN or NYT.
Yeah.
Let's not settle for less, guys. Choose someone who chooses you every single day.
It's important. It's important as a foundational thing
Foundation.
that they choose you, that they are available to you,
Emotionally.
that they have time for you.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
That they can look you straight in the eyes and they are proud of you. All right? You're not their secret relationship.
Okay.
This one's for,
Now that you've talked about secret relationship,
yeah.
I know guys confuse this whole thing for secrecy, privacy, that whole conversation there.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be unbundled. In this day and age where we have social media, where we have social media and all these things happening, a lot of people are choosing the privacy route. So soft launch, hard launch, we will never see your husband's or your boyfriend's face. We just see their arm, we know their feet, we know we can see a shoulder here and there. And, people are keeping it private. But now there's also a secrecy angle to it.
Yeah.
And I just want you to shed light on that. Like, is a secret relationship a red flag? What are we hiding? I know relationships are not meant to be hid. So what's happening there?
I think it's there's something there's definitely something going on there,
Yeah, why
because
are we hiding?
unless there's something that happened before, and there are things you don't want to to be found. I respect privacy.
Privacy is okay.
I respect privacy. It's
Yeah.
different from secrecy.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
respect privacy. Privacy is, this is us, and this is not for the world. This is not for everyone to meddle and share their opinions. I respect that, and we have many friends who've taken that route.
I love it.
And we love it. All right,
Yeah.
but I have a problem with secrecy, where we know you have someone, we don't know the someone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We always sometimes hear that you've traveled, and we don't know who you've traveled with sometimes. So
Or we know it's with this someone who we don't know.
yes, so they're not known. They're a mystery.
They're a mystery.
Okay.
And in most cases, it's because something happening there is
Yeah, unless there's
illegal.
something fishy happening there, something not right happening there. I think if it's genuinely something good and something worth pursuing, there are layers of accountability that need to be known. Number one, are they known to your closest friends, for example? Are they known to your family?
Yeah.
Are they known to your siblings?
Yeah.
All right. So those are layers of accountability, even before we think about the world, and openly social media, which is fine. Are they known? And with the people who know them, what is their opinion about them?
So should we be listening to what our friends, our close friends, our sisters are saying about this person?
Trusted
people.
friends, trusted family members. All right,
Yeah.
trusted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not someone with ill
No,
intention.
no. Not everyone should be having a say in your decisions.
In this
But
relationship, yeah.
if it sounds like a duck, it quacks like a duck,
Ooh,
it walks like a duck,
it is a duck.
it's a duck. Don't tell us it's a rabbit. A rabbit. Let me say it like Zion, our son. Yabbit.
Yabbit.
Yabbit. You're trying to convince yourself it's a yabbit.
Yeah.
But when you present it, sounds like,
for
walks
sure.
like, talks
Quacks?
like, well, like, you got yourself a duck,
Yeah.
So it's good to expose some of these people to the people who matter to you.
And I just love the way you're talking, because it's just leading me to the next question. Expose yourself to the people that matter. Accountability when starting a relationship is
Very
key.
critical.
You guys, this is like life and death. Because let me tell you now what happens when you're 6 years in marriage, 7 years in marriage, or even earlier. When you started without any accountability, nobody had any say, nobody had any input in your marriage. You end up with a person who now becomes extremely narcissistic, somebody who controls you, somebody who can literally own you. And no one can tell him nothing, because from the onset, it was not a factor. Accountability is
100%.
critical from day one. When you start dating, have a voice, a trusted voice. All voices, 2, 3 people, couples, friends, siblings, who have an input in this relationship, who can come and say, we heard about this, we are not too happy about this. Can you talk about this? We saw you went away for this long, something here was not looking right. What is going on? The cases we're handling now, because of such things, are beyond even repair. And that's why accountability is very key when you're starting a relationship.
Very key. Very key.
And people are riding on this thing of they're keeping it private. They don't want guys meddling in their relationships. What's the balance there? Accountability and privacy.
There's no balance there. Accountability is accountability. You take it in.
Yeah.
All right. I know most of you know what I do. I've seen people before they met. They're interested in each other. They start dating, propose.
Yeah.
Have done their weddings, celebrated their anniversaries after. Okay. Not every story is a success story.
Yeah.
Okay. Not every wedding I've done, as Pete, the people are still married. Okay. Not every couple we've cancelled is still together. Not every person who's dating, takes our advice. So these are things we've picked out along the way.
Yeah.
I have many examples, but let me just share one.
Yes.
So that it's
love
not too
examples.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
So I did a wedding for this couple, and of course, they came through church, and came and requested me to do their wedding. And of course, I'm like, have you gone through premarital? Yes. We love each other, and at some point, my wife and I decided we met them before the wedding. And I remember when we met them for coffee, this was before their wedding, my wife told me, something is off. You remember?
Yes, I do.
She said, something is off. And it was the first time my wife was meeting them. Of course, me as the guy, I'm like, what do you mean? They've gone through what needs to be, what they need to go through.
Yeah.
My wife was like, something is off. So anyway, I ended up doing the wedding, and beautiful wedding, family was there, and all these things were going on, and they got married. I signed their certificates and everything. A couple of months later, I receive a call, a message from the lady, and she's like, I'm not in a good place. So I'm asking her, what's going on? She's like, this guy is accusing me of things that are unbelievable. So I was like, wait a minute. The same guy who was nice and...
I know, over you.
The same guy who you guys were like, yeah. So I asked her, where's your best couple? And she said, we cut them off immediately.
Immediately after the wedding.
All right? You see now accountability has been kicked off.
Yeah.
I said, okay, that's quite strange. Do you have friends, your friends as a lady, and people who know where you live? And she said, no one knows where we live. All right? Second strike in terms of accountability. So no one knows where you live.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, no one knows where we live.
She's been told to keep it a secret.
And she's been told to keep it a secret. Don't tell, people should not know where we live because they will come
they will bewitch us.
and do all these things. No one should know. So I'm like, no one knows where you live. She's like, no one knows where we live. All right?
Even her family.
Even her family. So accountability has completely been eroded.
She's on her own.
She's on her own.
Yeah.
All right? The other thing that happened was, at some point she wasn't working, so she was a stay-at-home wife trying to get a job. And the man felt, I'm more powerful and strong. Me, I'm working. I can control what you eat,
Yeah.
if you leave the house, how you look, because I'm the one who's paying for it.
Yeah.
Now, all these things were not there before.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But now, because you've become one and then chopped off accountability, the guy woke up one day and said, you know what? It's over. Leave. Go.
Yeah.
There was no one
Who had
a say.
Even you as a pastor who joined them.
Even I as a pastor who did not have a say.
Yeah. I remember your meetings were very...
Because, so this is the place of accountability. So you think accountability is necessary because you need a third eye. You need a different perspective. Yeah. You need someone else who can come and say, hey, your lady is rude.
Yeah.
Your wife is rude.
Yeah.
Don't you see it?
Yeah.
Or your husband is eating a lot.
Okay.
All right. Don't you see it? All right. And if you can create that structure of accountability, it's a safety system for you.
So when you start dating, even start the whole thing for community. Your peers who you're dating, you guys in campus, you guys at work.
Trusted, not just anyone.
Yes, again, trusted. Have guys in church, if you met at church, have your people. Have your people around you. As a girl, have people you can talk to and share something here and there.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, hey, girl, watch out.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen to voices of authority. Me, I'm a pastor, by the way. And we are here to help.
We are.
We're not here to, we don't, my role and responsibility is not to meddle with your decisions.
Yeah.
My role as a pastor is to help you sometimes see what you don't see.
Yeah.
All right? So that level of accountability is okay. we, my wife and I, and we encourage everyone, as you build your relationship, have to get to a place where you both have someone. If the other person mentioned and said, I'm going to call this person because you're misbehaving, you start fearing. Start fearing for your life, you know, because you'll be too embarrassed, too ashamed if that person discovered who you are, you know. So we need accountability. You know, just the other day in the news, we saw someone who committed suicide. Let me tell you guys, it doesn't need to get there. All right?
Was it the lady who
Yeah,
lost her daughter?
it doesn't need to, it's too painful. It doesn't need to get to a place where someone is feeling so alone, or has been disconnected from people who matter to them, you know. I watched a video some time back for a wedding, and this father to the bride told the husband and said, the day you get tired of her, bring her home. All right? If you feel she's no longer it. She's no longer it. She's it for us.
To us.
Bring her
forever.
home. All right?
Yeah.
And she told the husband openly, that is accountability. All right? That's accountability. So we need to create that for the sake of our health, our sanity, you know, and to make sure that we have the right kind of support framework around us.
There's something I want us to talk about, and I think we talked about it this past Sunday. We were having dinner with a group of friends who've been married for a while, and it's something we said you have to do when you start dating. As a lady, and he'll talk about it from the man's perspective. As a lady, when you start dating, please do not disregard your family's input. Do not downplay your family. For example, Pete is hitting on me, and then, for example, like when I was growing up, I had a curfew. So I tell Pete I have to be home by 6 p.m. And then he says, please, I'll take you at 7. And then I'm like, yeah, by the way, those guys don't matter. Forget about those guys. You know, what I've seen that happen now in marriage and in later on down the line in your relationship is this man starts disregarding your family, and he has no respect for your family because from the onset you didn't show him that you respect your family. And this one bites you hard. Let me tell you, when you are in the thick of marriage, in the thick of small children, in the thick of childbearing, life happening, you need your family so much. I'm talking about your family of origin. Your dad, your mom, your sisters, your brothers. You need them so much. They play such a central role in the health of you and your marriage. So if from the onset he saw no regard for these people because you kept telling him, don't even. And I know some guys, because of many reasons, even don't even involve them in their wedding process. They don't involve them in the negotiation process. You just decide to go to the AGs or you do your own thing. This bites you hard. And guys, we're talking about a strong start. If you want to start strong and start something that will last a generation, you need to involve your families. You need to show your partner that here you have to respect my people. You have to acknowledge them. And of course, we're talking about people who are normal, people who are not abusive, people who, you understand, people who are not toxic. If your parents are healthy people who are doing well, your partner needs to respect them. Babe, you are so passionate about this topic. So what else would you add?
You have to. And if I was to paint a sort of like a gory picture, if anything was to happen to you, all right, and you're no longer there, do you know who will be standing there, running around, trying to move from hospital to hospital? It's your family.
It's your family.
Unfortunately, we've seen, even in our local news sometimes, when young people and I'm not here to judge, decide to take a certain path that is not known even to their families. And then one thing leads to another, and they're no longer there. The first responders is the mother there. The mother is there crying, wondering what happened to my daughter, or the father or the brother. They're the ones who are crying, trying to issue a statement. The friends are not there issuing statements. They're not
cool
there.
peeps,
The cool peeps are
people
not
used to hang
there.
out at the club.
Yeah, the cool peeps are not there.
They won't be there in the
issuing
picture.
statements
Yeah.
to say no. It's. I've seen mothers, fathers cry in morgues, in hospitals. The ones that sometimes we disregard, the ones that we are like, these ones they don't understand. They're the ones who stand with you when it
really matters.
When it really matters, you know. So that's the other side of it.
Yeah.
But if we're to backtrack, just show some level of concern for the families. Show some level of respect for the families. You as the individual, you have the responsibility to elevate the profile of your family in this. And I'm not saying allow them to say everything, make a decision. No.
Just
it's good
maintain
to always
honor.
know
Yeah.
that, by the way,
She has her people.
where I come from, I'm loved. All right? I'm not rejected.
I am sure there's some of you clapping.
Yeah, I'm really loved, by
I
the
am
way.
and cherished.
I'm
you here,
cherished.
you won't treat me badly.
Yeah, I'm
I have
I'm
parents
really,
right now, they will drop
I'm
whatever
cherished.
they're doing and come here and get me.
I can make a phone call right now and evacuation can happen like a SWAT. It's like a
Instant.
SWAT team.
A helicopter will land on this building.
Special weapons and tactics unit. They'll come.
Yeah.
All right.
So you don't have complete control and ownership of me.
No.
No, I came from somewhere.
So there's a healthy balance for that. There's a healthy acknowledgement of that in your union. All right. I'll say this, and I've said it before. When I was dating my wife and getting to know her, I had to get to a place where I started seeing the people around her family, and they valued you, all right? And they loved you, okay? So if me as Pete, coming into your relationship, my love level is below what your family is giving you, there's a problem.
Yeah. There'll
Because
be a vacuum.
I'm downgrading what you're used to,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
I'm downgrading that. So I had to work extra hard. And I'll tell you this, guys, as a man, you appreciate your woman even more when you have to go through those milestones. All right? You have to. You appreciate your person. You're like, what? Enyewe.
When you have to meet the uncles, when you have to sit down with elders from her village.
Yeah, and she's not talking. She's cute, beautiful somewhere. She's just waving at you. She's like, and pointing and
And
saying,
they're sweating with
you're
your...
there. And it's a healthy challenge for a man. Healthy.
Even this whole dowry thing, eh?
It's a healthy challenge for a man where you know a price has been paid to get here. All right? A price has been paid for the quality of woman she is right now. She didn't land from heaven. She came from somewhere. And so that process of first introduction, and you're there, and you're like, nimekuja kuwasalimia, like that is healthy for you. All right?
Yeah.
I'm here to just introduce. So who are you? My
What are
name
your
is,
intentions?
what do you do? Currently, I'm a DJ. Who is a DJ? What do DJs do? It's healthy for you.
Yeah.
And then you learn that in the family. Here we have learned people. There's Professor so-and-so, Dr. so-and-so. You're like, what do you do? I'm a content creator. It is healthy for you.
So you should not gang up with this girlfriend of yours and start saying, we won't even go through that process.
No.
Forget these
Don't
people
exempt.
and their
Don't
traditional
exempt.
ways.
Don't exempt. No. Now, when it starts becoming spooky, you exempt.
Well, yeah.
But the healthy process of being subjected, so my value and respect for you went up because of that process.
Because you were grilled. You were
Because where was I meeting you? I met you in high school.
Yeah.
I met you in campus.
Yeah.
I met you in school of ministry. So in my mind, that's the Julie I know.
Yeah.
That's the picture I have. Beautiful girl. I love her. And that's the picture I know. When my eyes were opened one day to see who stands behind you, I was like,
Oh my God.
I respect you more. I can't mess up with you.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, if I do, again, SWAT team, evacuation in place quickly. Like, do a clean job. Clean job. No one will know what happened. You know? So I can't mess around. I can't dilute the place where your people had gotten you to. I can't bring it down. You've never been called names at home. Why should I start calling you names? All right?
Oh my God.
You've never been physically abused at home. Why
Never.
should I start doing that?
Are you guys listening?
All right? You've never been neglected at home. Why should I start
Why are you putting up
neglecting
with
you?
neglect?
Why are you putting up with neglect? So you have
this
to
marriage
crank up the standard a lot more.
Yeah.
This is part of the strong start we are advocating for. And we will keep saying it. We will keep sharing it.
Yeah.
I know we will probably not be liked by everyone.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to be like that driving school instructor who taught me, and then eventually I was like,
I can't even drive this thing.
this is necessary for you. It's necessary for you if you're seeing someone. Go
Yeah.
through the process, and vice versa. And the lady also, all right? You get to know that the husband is loved,
Yeah.
has responsibilities, has things that, they were committed to doing,
Yeah.
have responsibilities over their families, all right? So how do you come to complement or add to that, and not remove away from that? So these are some of the things that that must be discussed about.
How soon can we define what are we? We've just met or we've been dating for, like, how soon can we have that conversation?
I think if you're mature, have it quickly.
What is mature?
Maturity is you figured yourself out. You know what you want. You're not a child.
Yeah.
You've hit certain levels of experience in life, and you know what you want. Ask it.
I think definition is crucial in every stage of the relationship. Please have yourselves defined. That's one area we struggled with when we were
young.
dating. We were very young. We struggled with definition, and for a long time we were just vague, and we were like, if both of us were scared of defining what we were. And I now in hindsight, I always feel like definition is very important. Set your intentions. Why are you taking me for coffee all the time? Yeah, it's because I like you and I want to know more about you. Okay, now that's a definition. You like me, you want to know more about me.
Yeah.
So after you've liked me and you've known more about me, what are we now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't fall into the trap of,
Yeah.
I saw this meme sometime back
Yeah.
where it said that I'll really miss your cooking after I get married.
Ah, we. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, God. So oh, God. No.
So you've been cooking.
You've just been a cook.
You've just been cooking. You've been cooking. Kwanzaa delivering lunch to the office.
You guys, can we stop being wives before we are wives?
Kwanzaa making sure it's taken by an Uber. All right?
And you're done paying for it.
And you're the one paying for it. And then he has the audacity to respond and tell you, I'll really miss this when I get married.
I feel so deflated. People know who you are. This podcast, let me tell you, we stand on a truth, and the truth that we know and that backs us up is the word of God. So I am sure we are not everyone's cup of tea, but this is the truth that we know and the truth that we profess. So let's stop it. Let's stop, being wife before you're a wife. Yeah, and I've heard of stories where people are washing clothes. You've been washing clothes all day Sunday. What? For your boyfriend in campus.
Please come to church on Sunday. Don't wash anyone's clothes.
Me, I want to faint.
No, it's
Please.
there's a better way.
To him, you're just a mama four. Let me tell you.
And then he tells
He
you,
has a girlfriend now whose
and then
hands
he'll-
are soft and nice
he'll
because
tell you, I'll really miss you and after I get married.
I like the way he washed my shirts.
I really like the way you
I
iron
used
my
to
clothes.
iron my clothes.
Hey.
Hey! Minus me. Guys, let's be woke. Oh my gosh. At what stage do we start talking about marriage? At what stage in this? Getting to know you, we've gone for hikes. So when are we? Is there a set time? Is there a feeling you feel? Is there what is it that, especially as a guy, I'd be very curious to know. What was that time you knew I want to marry this girl?
So there are again indicators or markers along the way. Of course, one of them has a lot to do with: are you comfortable in the relationship? Are you feeling safe?
Safety is
Alright.
big.
Safety and security is big. All right.
Safety is big, you guys. Safety is big.
So
Yeah.
please don't proceed with someone who, when you see their phone call, you start panicking. Don't. That's a sign that that's not the right person for you.
Because they're gonna grill you. Where are you? But you said you'll be here. But
That
you said
when you see their phone call, you start
tense.
your mood changes. You become sweaty palms. You know, that's clearly an indication that don't even think about marriage. Okay, because it's a toxic relationship.
and those are the early stages. So it's about to get worse.
Hey, it will be compounded. It will be compounded. So I think you start talking about it when you have thought through certain markers and certain milestones. All right? You know, how has the family received you? You know, does the family know you? Are you known to the critical friends or trusted friends of your partner?
Yeah, his
All
circle,
right?
yeah.
His circles.
At work.
Are you known to the people who speak into his life or into her life? Like that. Those are areas of preparation.
Yeah,
All right. And then when that happens, then a conversation about marriage becomes easy.
it's organic.
Okay. But you want to jump from here to the 16th floor, and you've not gone through stage 1, you've not gone through stage 2, you've not gone through stage 3, and you want to convince all of us you're ready for marriage, we'll ask you, I don't think you are. All right? Yeah. You know, so these are some of the things that you can look out for, because marriage is not just about the two of you saying, oh, we love each other, I feel butterflies in my stomach, you know, I think her smile, her wig and everything, good. There is a lot more to that decision than meets the eye.
I think one of the things that I advise young ladies, and it's an advice I was given by one of my very good friends. One time we were having coffee, and she was asking me about my boyfriend then, now Pete. You know, Julie, what are you feeling? And I was just telling her, I don't know if this is the guy. I'm not sure. He keeps making these mistakes over and over. And we just went on and on and on. And my conclusion of that is something I want to tell you guys. You need to differentiate pressure and peace when it comes to your relationship, your relation with this person. If you're constantly feeling pressured, that's a red flag. But if there's peace, because we got married very young at 25, but let me tell you, the peace that was there is what even has sustained us now that we're in our 11th year of marriage. So peace is very important. And you need to know the difference, because I know of people who are pressured into making some decisions, and that raises a question about how fast is too fast. Things are going too fast. Are you feeling peaceful about this?
Yeah.
Or you're feeling pressured? You know, even guys around you, maybe even you could be in your 30s, 33, 34, but it's just pressure you're feeling. That's a red flag. It's a red flag. So you need to be in such peace. I know of couples who've met 2 months, gotten married, had a baby, honeymoon baby, and they are perfectly okay because peace is what they felt. And this peace is the peace that you can't even explain. When you're sleeping, you're feeling good. You're just like, this just feels right. And everything in you will just know it feels right. So that's the difference, especially when you feel things are going too fast. If you feel some sense of pressure there, hold the brakes, take your time, pause, tell this person, let's take this slowly. And if they're a mature person, they should respect that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've really loved this conversation.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like
And
I said initially, you can't unpack everything with this,
it's so broad.
but there are some things we will keep shouting about, we will keep talking about, year in, year out, because we want to help you in your initial stages of this area. So, babe, I don't know if you want to wrap it up for us for today's session.
Sure. So you guys, like we had mentioned, the 5th of April, we are
Yep.
having an amazing event. We'll be launching something exciting, something that we've worked on for so long. And we want you there. And these are some of the things you're talking about: relationships, careers, ministry, you're starting out in marriage, in parenting. These are some of the topics that will be discussed. We are so open to questions. Even right now, you could go to the comment section and ask a question that you could be having on this topic or any other topic that you'd want us to cover. We are so happy to do this. 5th of April, the registration is still ongoing, but the slots are filling up really fast. The link will be on the description box. 5th of April, 9 a.m. to 12. We need to see you physically at the event. And then from there, we'll share everything that we've been preparing for you.
Yeah, and to those of you who signed up, thank you so much. You don't need to sign up again. So this is to anyone who
Who's
is
not.
hearing this for the first time,
Yeah.
or you had it and you've not signed up. Our desire truly is just to give you a strong start. Those initial steps, just to make the first 3 steps of your new business, your new venture, your new relationship, marriage, easier, and just to help you maneuver that space with a lot more ease and comfort. And we're here to hold your hand to help you do that. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, we're calling it Strong Start. So 5th of April, like my wife said, we are on. We are on. And
Yeah.
2025, we are looking forward to stories of Strong Start,
Yes.
applications of Strong Start, and getting to do this journey together and just help you take off with ease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, we are upgrading our lives. Thank you so much for joining us today on our podcast. Till next week.
Life real, life real, life real, life real.
Yeah, it's Life Reals with Julie and Pete. Bold conversations, authentic invitation. Truth, head, culture so proper. Unveiling life's essence, authentic and bold.